microphone was somewhat of muted. We are here, back online. We wanted to do our salvage challenge, but the system is laggy as hell. And yesterday we had a weird error, an error that we never had seen, and we had been blocked out for more than 2 hours or something. Haven't really checked the clock, but yeah, we had to abort. Hey, can you please walk? So today, I guess it's Thursday, and we thought about making Trucker Thursday, because we have a Hall C available, and we ranked up a lot. We ranked up a lot in reputation. Let's have a check. We have, oh wait, wrong button. Govalex, maxed out. Ling family, rookie rank. And Redwin Lion Hall, master rank.
Okay.
We are now on Everest, hometown, home sweet home. And we have the Hall C here, at least we stored them here yesterday. We did a quick test run. And when you watch other people's YouTube channels, SC Haulers would be one address of them. He does a lot of stuff. And he's not the only one who does Hall C trading and whatnot. And we are not the kind of influencers or whatever. And so we just do our stuff, and we want to find out how much money we will make today, not because we want to or we need to, just because out of curiosity. And we want to have a clear line, financially speaking. Wait, that is too much. 555. 3. So that would be it. Yeah, we start out with 5 mil. So what we want to say here basically is that we are not looking for the money, but to get views. Yeah, if we strive for views, we would need to also showcase how much money we will make, because for whatever reason, hive-minded people want to find out what makes a lot of money and completely forget about the joy. And we do it because we have joy. That's why we spent quite some money into this project, because this project, or what there is, gives us a lot of joy. And so we have money, or we had money to spend on that joy, and now we want to find out. So it is damn laggy here. What do we have? Server frames, 18 is max. 97 milliseconds ping delay. 421 on the shard, 71 on the server. What we need to check is, do we have enough food and drinks? And we would say we have some. Yeah, we have some. And now we need to check if we are even online on this channel. Yes, we are. We don't have audio, but on our side a level is going on. So we want to do hauling, means contracts. The reason why we wrapped up is because we want to have nice, interesting routes that we can do with the Hall C. That is the only one reason why we ever did the reputation work. And that is the only one reason why we have a hull C, for the sake of space trucking. The idea that we are sitting in a large ship that looks like a dick and move cargo from A to B. And that is literally the thing that gives us joy when it comes to space simulation, space simulator. We have a spaceship called the Hull C, looks like this, and we can fly around in virtual space, literally meaning, and bring virtual boxes from A to B. That gives us joy. That's why we have the Hull C, that's why we ranked up in reputation, to get more opportunities in hauling contracts. And for all those envy people, jealous people who do not want us haulers, space truckers to make money, go fuck yourself. Either you pay to win, and the win would be have this ship available and available permanently on your account, so that only the whole project needs to shut down in order to get rid of this ship from usage, from the player base usage. We had the Hull C twice in our career, and 2 times they took it away. So why do we grind in-game money to buy in-game ships inside the game just to lose it? Because CIG doesn't get their shit together. Our time and effort we spent into this, what a lot of people consider to call it a video game, why should we invest energy into this project, into this game, when they take it away? There is no point in that. And if you're cool with that you steal your life energy or lifetime, whatever you want to call it, go ahead. Feel free to get rid of your lifetime. But we want to have joy. And so, yes, for that matter, you can say pay to win. Yeah, we paid money to get the Hull C, and now we have it, and now we enjoy it. And no, we don't do this contract for the sake of in-game money, because we already have the ship. So you may argue, so why do you even fly this contract? Why do you even do in-game money? Yeah, because that is just the game. If you would get up in the morning and you will go to work and not getting paid, how many days would you repeat that particular step? You do not need to answer me, but you can answer the question yourself. And if you do not want to get out of your bed without getting paid, when you do not want to get to work without getting paid,
thank you.
Why do you even do that? Yeah, and the same goes here in the verse. Why should we fly virtual boxes from A to B without getting paid? I mean, the difference, of course, is that in-game money doesn't give us food on the table. It doesn't give us even the opportunity to give us food, a roof, or clothes, or whatnot. And so that is important, why we have something what they call reward, yeah? That is intentional why they call it reward and not payment. So the contract, to contract, means come together and go out again. Alright, so let's have a short break here. So we want to have a check. We have principles of trading on our website, nomanspace/trading. Here we have strategies to consider, or principles. Never fly empty. Now, we do not do trading, we do hauling, contract work. That means, first line, there will be one flight we can do empty. And that is the flight from Everest to somewhere. But as soon as we pick up boxes, we are basically not allowed to fly empty anymore. This is the game that we are playing here, and it's not for the money. Otherwise, store the boxes at different stations. No, we don't store boxes, Deliver the boxes according to the selling locations, of course, because of the contract. For big quantities of star lifter, okay. So, yeah, principles of trading, and we are here in hauling contracts. So we are at Everest. We refueled, but we basically have 5 million on our bank account, and we want to find out what do we have at the end of this session. And so we need to check first what kind of contracts we have. We would prefer interstellar contract primarily, but we do not know where our route will go. We have the Link family, but that goes from ground location to ground location, and we cannot do that with the whole sea. It's only from space station to space station. We have master ranks. We have here Everest to Levski. That would be one. Interstellar. Local would not work because local implies that it has a ground location, so local we do not need to watch. And planetary, what is the highest experienced rank? Yeah, also from Everest, but to ground locations. And we basically see here why we did the rep work. We wanted to have those interstellar options, nice routes, nice contracts, interesting flight patterns, if you will. Yeah, just to have this space trucker feeling. That's all what we wanted. So we have 14 available when we are here at Everest, and we want to have a check. So we have from Levski to Baijini, Baijini to Ruin, ground to whatever, Tresler to Levski, Everest to Levski, Tresler to Ruin, Baijini to Ruin, Tresler to Ruin. So we basically see here, we will go to Ruin station. Question is, how many stops do we make until we get there? So the biggest challenge, well, it's not even a challenge. It is, what do we need to do? We need to count the boxes, the amount of SEUs, because the ship is limited. And we do an easy job here. That means we will only deliver to Ruin. And the only stops we do is to pick up more boxes. So first contract gives us 432 SCUs. Tresler to Ruin. We go from bottom to top. Tresler to Ruin, another 432. God fucking damn it, what's wrong? So 864 SCUs in total. We'll take that one. Then Baijini to Ruin. Also 4.32, 1,296. by Genie. Another 1,728 SUs. Interstellar. Tresla to ruin. So we mean we have now 2 contracts from Tresla. 3 contracts from Tresla, 2 from Bacini. Let's give another Bacini to ruin. 2,592 SUs in total, more or less. Yep, looks like as if we have more. From those 14, we have 6. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000, probably something like 800,000 if everything goes well. So, like we said, the very first flight is allowed to be empty. And the empty route will be from Everest to Tresla.
They freak me out. Space and time just bending around you like that? No, thanks. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Hi, Elle here. Thanks for picking up this haul. It's been surprisingly hard to find someone who's willing to do an inter-system run. Me, I'd love to go check out another system, but nope.
Yeah, that girl sounds like Elle from our corp.
Fly safe out there.
It's like the other dude, the Vicolo dude, who speaks for Orison.
I always admire you long-haul delivery pilots for being willing to go through jump points all the time. They freak me out. Space and time just bending around you like that? No.
Yo, 8 miles. How are you?
Talk to you later. Hi, Elle here. Thanks for picking up this haul. It's
Yeah,
been
here,
surprisingly
Elle.
hard
It's
to
even
find
the same
someone who's willing
name.
to do an inter-system run. Me, I'd love to go check out another system, but nope. It's a terminal life for me, I guess. Anyway, fly safe out there.
Yeah, total load of something like 2,500, 2,600 SUs. That is a little bit more than the half of the capacity of the hull seat. Yeah, it is super laggy.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Server FPS 13. Bad performance.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Shield on.
Cargo services. Let me see what we've got.
As you may see, ship is extracting the spindles. For whatever reason, top left, we don't see the helmet supervisor anymore.
Cargo services. Let me see what we've got. Okay, here's your deck assignment.
Finally, it looks like as if we need to be close enough to actually get the box.
Alright, I've got you into the loading area. Get into place and we'll start loading your cargo.
And it loads.
Alright, cargo's being transferred.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Transfer complete. You're good to go.
That works smooth.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Hey, this is cargo services. Let me see what this is cargo services. Got a deck assignment for you.
Yeah, heavy delay.
Got a deck
We
assignment
have
for
server
you.
frames 10. So the contract itself says deliver, so that means that contract is completely loaded.
I'm tracking you. Go ahead and get into position to get your cargo transferred. Hold tight. I'll start to transfer your cargo.
That one is completely loaded.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
This one is by
I've got you
Gina,
into
right?
the loading area. Get into place and we'll start loading your cargo.
No. Yeah. By Genie.
Hold tight. We'll start to transfer
By
your cargo.
Genie. Tresla. Track that.
All right, you're loaded up. Have a good one.
Completely loaded. So we basically just find out on the spot how to figure out if we have them all boxes. And now we are
Thank
heading
you.
to by
Please
Genie.
visit again.
Hey, this is Cargo Services. Let me see what we got. Sending you a deck assignment.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Poor, almost crashed.
Quantum travel engaged.
We probably will all again crash almost at the area 18 area. In theory, there should be a whole sea somewhere around. Yeah, behind us. Your 8 miles still there?
Please proceed to assigned landing
Let me
bay.
see what we've got. Okay, here's your deck assignment.
Shield on.
Yeah, I would even say flying with joysticks in a horsey is a little bit easier than with mouse and keyboard, because you can adjust the speed gradually.
Alright, I've got you into the loading area, get into place and
Thanks for
we'll start loading
contacting
your cargo services, checking for an open slot. Cargo services, let me see what we've got. Alright, cargo
Oh,
services.
oh wonder.
Okay, here's your deck assignment.
Yes, and we see boxes. We plot the route. So it says 100%. There is one spindle almost empty. Should we risk it? Should we risk it to check the contracts?
I'm tracking you. Go ahead and get into position to get your cargo transferred.
Do we need to call it again or what? So that contract is fully loaded. Second contract is also fully loaded. And do we see the box? No, we don't see the box. So we assume that worked properly. Fuel state 70%.
Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the right position and the area's clear so we can keep going.
Should we go in back? I mean, how many? 2,000. We close the windows. 2,600 SCUs.
I'm tracking you. Go ahead and get into position to get your cargo transferred. Cool. Start cargo transfer now.
Yeah, more boxes coming in.
I'm getting an error on your cargo. Check your position and make sure the area's clear and we can continue. Cool. Start cargo transfer now.
So they
I'm getting
moved
an
the
error on your
boxes,
cargo.
not the
Check your
boxes, the
position
box.
And make sure the area's clear and we can continue.
Yeah,
Hold tight. We'll start to transfer your cargo.
shut the fuck up.
Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the right position and the area's clear so we can
They
keep
moved
going.
the box, not the
Cargo's
box,
being
the
transferred.
box.
Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer.
From Everest
Make sure you're in the right position
to
and the area's
Bicini.
clear so we can keep going.
Now Bicini is the
Alright.
point that doesn't
Cargo's
work
being
properly.
transferred. Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the right position and the area's clear so we can keep going. Cool. Start cargo transfer now. Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the right position and the area's clear.
Oh,
so
shut
we
the
can
fuck
keep
up.
going. Hold tight. We'll start to transfer your cargo. I'm getting an error on your cargo. Check your position and make sure the area's clear and we can continue. Alright. Cargo's being transferred. Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the right position and the area's clear so we can keep going. Hold tight. We'll start to transfer your cargo. I'm getting an error on your cargo. Check your position and make sure the area's clear and we can continue. Hold tight. We'll start to transfer your cargo. Whoa, got an issue. Double check your position and that the loading area is clear. Cool. Start cargo transfer now. Got an error, so I'm stopping the transfer. Make sure you're in the
So
right
we are
position
looking
and the
for
area's
the
clear so we can
external
keep going.
elevator,
Alright.
because that will be the ultimate
Whoa,
check.
Got an issue. Double check
If
your
we really
position
have
that the
all
loading area is
boxes.
clear. Alright. Cargo's being transferred.
There
I'm
is
getting an
one.
error on your cargo. Check your position and make sure the area's clear and we can continue. Thanks for contacting Cargo Services, checking for an open slot. Alright, I've got you into the loading area, get into place and we'll start loading your cargo.
Now we know. Now we know why we haven't seen the helmets stuff, because we didn't have the helmet on. Ooh, almost died. No boxes here. No boxes here. That means we got them all. Ooh, forgot to mute. Yeah, the jump point detector text could be a little bit bigger because we cannot read it. It is a little bit too small. So the main challenge that comes with the Halsey is in what speed do you fly? We are now still below 300 meters per second. We are decoupled, that means it will maintain that particular speed. The problem here is with that kind of speed it takes quite a long time to get to the point where we want to, and that is in the middle of those two flags. When we speed up, it will take a little bit less time, but it will take us more time to come to not a full stop, but to a stop where we can adjust the ship into position aligned to the jump point. So it is a decision that a pilot has to take. What you need to prioritize. Do you prioritize the speed so that you have your alpha UEC to time ratio properly? Or do you just want to be responsible enough to actually deliver the cargo you contracted to? And of course, because we do not play for money, we don't play for money, we are not in a rush to make sure that the money to time ratio is good enough to tell afterwards how much money we can make per hour with the Hull C. What we rather want is to accomplish the deliverance of the boxes. And in best case scenario, of course, 100%, right? That is the goal. A closed Hull C. That might be one who does it for the money. He will go over to Ruin Station. And lucky us, we also go to Ruin Station, so we maybe will see them there again. Or maybe not. So when it comes to pay to win, yeah, we can spend IRL money in order to get the Hull C and have it. We can melt the Hull C that will unlock 500 IRL in store credit, and we could pledge for another ship once we are bored out with the Hull C stuff. And yes, if you want to pay to win, you can pledge for the Hull C to grind money and then melt the ship and buy another ship. Pledge for another ship with that store credit. That would be a strategy you can do, but we always need to keep in mind Star Citizen is no video game. It's not designed as, never will be, and there's nothing to win in here. Because at the end, you will have spent 500 and more IRL to get the whole sea to play with. And you do not win anything. And if you would do it the proper way, I mean, you can spend 500 and more IRL in order to pledge for the whole sea, but the reputation work you need to have done beforehand. Because only having the whole sea available doesn't give you the contracts you need in order to make that amount of money all the envy people pointing out. So that means you need to do the work in order to get these contracts before you actually can make a ton of money in game. And of course, you do not need to have a halsey in order to make money. You can do also these other master ranks and senior ranks contract that also gives you a lot of money. But nobody really talks about that. And the only reason why nobody really talks about that, because actual work, actual tractor beaming work is involved in doing that contracts. And maybe that is the reason why the envy people pointing it out that the whole sea is a money printing machine. Because yes, you can say it prints money once you unlocked all those specific contracts. And if you only do it up to experience rank for Kovalex, for example, you only have 2 or 3 maximum contracts that are in a higher pay range, and that means 500k plus that you can do with the whole sea. Only 3 for Kovalex, at least that was in 4.3.2. And if you would grind money for the sake of grinding money, you will fly more or less back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in order to grind that money. But there is no sense of space trucking in it, there is no real joy in it, and there is no real satisfaction in enjoying Star Citizen as what it is, as a space simulator. And so if you are that desperate on grinding for money and you want to have the whole sea, you either pledge for it, but you need to wrap up anyways. You can buy, or you can grind for in-game money to buy the whole sea in-game, but you also need to have the contracts available. And like we said, if you only grind up to experience rank, you only have 2 contracts for Kovalex that gives you that amount of money the envy people pointing out. So if you want to extend that availability of contracts, you also need to grind for the red wins. And then you have, you also need to go up to master, or I don't know, experience maybe, in order to get some high paid contracts. And even then, if you did those high paid contracts like we do now, you do not grind for money. If you haven't got that thing yet, you, I don't know, what is it? Hive-minded people? Where you just run for the money because you think the money is the only one thing that matters in life? No, it doesn't, but it is something that everybody needs to make their decision for their own life, what is the purpose of their lives. And when the purpose of their lives is grinding money, even if it's in a so-called space simulator or also called video game like Star Citizen, and you need to grind money in-game because that is the only program that runs in you to grind money, go ahead. Nobody will stop you. Absolutely nobody will stop you. But when that is the only one thing that really satisfies you, and I mean that can, yeah, if you suck in life, don't have a proper job, don't have proper friends, or let's say just a social life, then of course you will come here to Star Citizen and do what you can do here, right? And we met a lot of people, not in person, but either online or YouTube or even in the global chat. We met a lot of people, they have the helper syndrome. And with their helper syndrome, they give themselves some meaning in life when they can help other, especially new players, in getting around. And that is really sad to see. I mean, we're also eager to help out if somebody needs help, but what we stopped is waiting on anybody. So if anybody needs our help, we are eager to help, of course, but we do not wait on anybody. We met too many people who just thriving for money, running for the money, like a money bitch, and at the end didn't really experience what Star Citizen actually is and or what Star Citizen has to offer. And they always say, I need money, I need to make money. And we show him the tools, the methods, but the actual doing needs to do everybody else, everybody themselves, in order to get that money. And most of them are way too lazy to do their job, to do the work. And the same goes for the Halsey contract. You need to wrap the fuck up in order to get those high-paid contracts that you can do with the Halsey properly. But even then, if you only do it for the money, you're still missing stuff out. And it is not that we just... I mean, we didn't pledge for the Halsey, by the way. The Halsey is a loaner. But even if we had pledged for the Halsey, it would never be for in-game money, because it is what it is, a so-called video game. And yeah, we question that, is it even a video game? And we say no, it's not, but who cares? I mean, those people who want to play Star Citizen as a video game, they play Star Citizen as a video game because for them it is a video game. And we play Star Citizen as a space simulator, and we play Star Citizen as a simulator, so we simulate stuff here. And we simulate a lot of stuff, and the only one stuff that you just see now is doing the space trucker simulator. But what we also see is a social engineering platform, if you will, and those people, even in-game, other players, global chats, YouTubers, content creator, influencers, chillers, they talk a lot. And we listen what they have to say, and the only one thing that we see is parasites, hive-minded people who envy other people's success because they suck in life. That's why they come over here into the verse and believe that they can do something in here, and the only one thing that they can do is help other people out, which is great, awesome, right? But the hive-minded, they don't want that other people like us, for example, grinding money with the Halsey, because some people say the Halsey is a money printing machine, but they don't see the effort that went into it to be able to do what we do now with the Halsey. And it is not pledging for the Halsey, no. It also not... it's not the case since 4.0 that we grind it for the in-game money. Because why should we? Why should we grind in-game money to buy a ship in-game when CIG, the fuckers, take away our ships? And so for that matter, you can say, yeah, it is pay to win, but what do we win? Tell me, what do we win? There is nothing to win here. And as soon as you acknowledge that Star Citizen is no video game.
This vehicle will be moved into storage to accommodate other customers. Please clear the area as soon as possible.
Yeah. So today it is booked. We have 30 frames client side and 15 frames server side. And they already pressure us with impounding the ship while approaching to the box. Green, we are in the field. Yeah, already 1 hour in. Interesting. Yeah, it starts. It starts unloading. Yeah, the ship talk, we made a video where we referenced the ship talk video CIG did a couple of days ago. And they talked about manually loading the hull C. And we thought, who the fuck does that? And now with the external elevator, right over there is one. With the external elevator, we have the opportunity, even when hull C is bugged, we still can complete the contract with delivering the boxes to the external freight elevator. And what do we see? All the boxes are gone. All boxes are gone.
This vehicle already has a space assigned. Please proceed to the designated location. Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Al here. Thanks for doing that run. Everything looks good, so I'll get you those credits. Yeah, I think we're done. Good stuff.
Yeah.
An available space has been located.
Approved to dock.
So we dock to refuel. Too much. Oh. Yeah, spindle is already pulled in. We have keybinds on our joysticks for that.
Auto-docking started.
Yeah, without switching to third-person view, docking and auto-docking, practice is king. So let's have a check on the money. 400k, something is wrong.
Citizens off.
Manual submit. There is only one contract that didn't work. The spindle was empty, so no boxes had been loaded here. We do not click abandon because we do not want to risk. What was this? Kovalex. And now we have almost 600,000 in profit, and that in a ratio of 1 hour and 7 minutes. 700k in 1 hour. Of course you can hurry. 15k. And 2 more. But we will make a break here. And then we will continue the second round, the second hour of our gameplay session here. What we will do is we will we have enough food, our health 100%. So we just go downstairs to store the ship, making the docking ports available for other players. Because yes, we are not the only ones here.
Welcome to the A-Plus vehicle retrieval system.
Why do we have the Intrepid here?
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
What can I get you?
Thanks for asking. We got some.
Sounds good. Be ready in a moment.
Oh, good. Self-service.
Okay.
Yeah, we have everything what we need. So we will have a check on the contracts before we make the break. So we now have 560k in actual profit, net profit, because we spend money on fuel.
Fine. How can I help you? What would you like?
I need to focus time on my gear. It's been too long since I've got a proper piece of my armor. That's the one thing I miss about
All right. Yeah, we need to log off anyways. So this will be hauling Thursday. Thanks for watching.